It is Sunday, April the 21st at the 420, and me working an event during 420 in Atlanta. I hope you guys are having a lovely, chill, relaxed, cool, calm, and collected day. So far I've had a cool, calm, and collected day. Um, it's definitely cool. We went from summer weather to sweater weather in 2 days. So I'm not gonna complain. I'm not gonna complain. But the weather changed extremely drastically. Last night we got a nice little rain that we needed. We've been needing the rain, and we're gonna have some sweater weather for 2 days. And I'm sitting over here collecting. What the hell going on? I'm sitting over here collecting summer attire, and winter's not done. So I hope you guys are having a lovely day. The title says what it has to say. The children are the future, because I'm going to be talking about several cases dealing with children and adults not acting appropriate in front of children. Okay? Um this is crazy to me because when I first saw it, I'm going to let you watch the video, the news report about exactly specifically what happened with this 10-year-old child. But long story short, this popped up while I was at work. I just so happened to be at work when this story happened, and I was like, "Oh my god, I have to save this because this is along the line of what the point I'm trying to make, um dealing with children. Cause these kids these days, it's just like people are just totally forgetting about them. I don't know what the hell is going on with some of these moms. I don't know what's going hell going on with some of these fathers. And I know people. The first thing people want to say is that you don't know the story of the mother or the father. Yeah, I mean, but you the first ones to go on the internet to drag your parents from the past, and now you in the future being a worse parent. So I want you to look at this case dealing with a 10-year-old who confessed to murdering someone.
Begin tonight with a story that so many will find hard to grasp. A 10-year-old boy has admitted to killing a man when he was just 7 years old.
And because of his age, he's not going to be criminally charged. Now, this case is out of Gonzales County, about an hour east of San Antonio. And on April 12th, the Gonzales County Sheriff's Office says that the principal from the Nixon Smiley Independent School District called them.
That principal said that a student threatened to assault and kill another student on a bus. And in talking to that child, the district told the sheriff's office the boy made a comment about shooting and killing a man 2 years ago.
Investigators now say that man was 32-year-old Brandon Raspberry. He was found dead here at the Lazy J RV Park in Nixon on January 18th, 2022. Raspberry had been shot in the head. After the child's alleged threat on that bus, he was taken to a child advocacy center to be interviewed. It was there that Gonzales County investigators say the boy shared information that was consistent with firsthand knowledge of the homicide of Brandon Raspberry. According to the sheriff's office, during that interview, the child said he was staying with his grandfather who lived in the same RV park. He got a 9mm gun out of his grandfather's truck, went to Raspberry's RV, saw him sleeping, and shot Brandon Raspberry in the head. He also said he fired a round into a couch in the RV and then put the gun back in his grandfather's glove box. The 10-year-old told investigators he did not know Raspberry and had no reason to be angry with him. He had only seen him walking around the RV earlier that day. Raspberry moved into that RV park 4 days before he was killed. On April 12th of this year, investigators say they found the gun used in this murder at a pawn shop in Seguin. The boy told investigators his grandfather pawned it.
Now, after that interview, the 10-year-old was brought here to San Antonio and placed on a 72-hour emergency detention for psychiatric evaluation and treatment. After that, he was booked on charges for making that threat on the school bus. But because of the boy's age at the time of the murder, he cannot be criminally prosecuted. Texas Penal Code says a child does not have criminal culpability until they reach the age of 10. So since the boy was 7 at the time of the murder, no criminal charges will be filed in this case. Now, late this afternoon, I spoke with Brandon Raspberry's father, Kenneth, about getting the news that his son's suspected killer is only a child.
I was shocked, very shocked. This wasn't the person that me, my wife, her oldest daughter, this isn't anywhere the suspect that we thought it was.
We begin tonight with a story that so many will find hard to grasp.
All right. I kind of low-key feel like, I mean, I don't know. I know people say you don't show underage kids, but with a certain group of kids, you know, y'all don't treat them as such. You know, but I'm not going to make it about that. This kid got into a fight at school and admitted to taking the life of his grandfather's murder. His grandfather's neighbor. And the kid say he felt no way about the guy. He wasn't angry at him or nothing. He just did it. This sounds like a villain. This sounds like a Michael Myers origin story. Okay? I don't care what nobody has to say. This sounds like the origin story of Michael Myers. Nobody know why the hell Michael Myers does what he does. He just does it. And I'm pretty sure Michael Myers don't know why he keeps doing what he's doing. He just keeps doing it. The best they can do for this child is psychiatric help. This child has psychological issues. Now, whether he thought it was real or the gun was real or not, I don't think he realized that the gun was real, and I don't think he realized what he did was real. He could have a sleeping issue where he sleeps walk at night and he does random strange things at night. I don't know. I can't speak on behalf of this child. I just know whatever issue he has is a psychological one. Because for a 7-year-old to randomly take the life of someone who did nothing to him is crazy. Because when I first saw it, I only saw the headline. I only read the headline what Neighborhood Talk put up. I didn't know the child randomly just shot the dude and had no rhyme or reasons to do so. I had no clue at all. I was like, when I saw this, I was like, what? And to hear that he had no rhyme or reason to do so at all, that's what it gets strange to me. This is a villain story. This is a serial killer origin story. The child definitely needs to be psychologically evaluated. Either that or I think he thought it wasn't real. Most kids, when they do stuff, they don't think they think is real. It's kind of like the scene in the movie Freedom Writers, where the guy said he experienced his friend shooting himself, but he didn't think it was real. Or he kind of acted like as a person, like he just hurt himself. He didn't realize it didn't compute to him that his friend hurt himself with the weapon. And I personally think, I don't know, it's just, I know the first thing people are going to say that it's video games and stuff like that, but I think it's just a child's mind. And the reality, the fabric of the very fabric of reality is becoming questionable. Even as an adult, I question reality sometimes. Because reality is definitely stranger than fiction. And I've experienced it. I experienced it at work. I experienced it yesterday. Somebody I work with. And this lady is normally soft-spoken. She's cool. She's calm, collected. She doesn't do anything to nobody, and it felt like she broke her character arc, because we all have this idea that everybody's supposed to be a certain way, because I don't know, we just have this, when somebody break out of character or somebody's not in character, we don't question anything. We question things, and we question them. We don't question the reality of life, and the reality of life is it doesn't feel real right now. It feels like we're in a simulation. So it's like, I'm not saying it's not to the point to where I sit there and shoot someone just to see if it's real. I would never do something like that. I'm scared of guns. I have a fear of guns. I'm scared of those things. I don't have one because of I can't. Because of I'm gonna be honest with you, because of mental health crisis I have had as an adult. I don't like guns. I don't like how easy it is for a child to get to one. But I want to tell you, like, when you look at the reality of the world, even as an adult, it doesn't feel real. It just doesn't. And it's not really video games or nothing like that. It's just, some things just don't feel real. Like, especially when you talk about it's children are desensitized to shootings now. They happen so often that kids don't think it's that big of a deal, when there's a whole generation of kids who never experienced shootings. Well, you know what? That's a lie. Even during the civil rights era, there was weird stuff going on involving, people hurting children, especially Black children. So that's a lie. That I lied to you. So it's like, when there's like school, when things like that happen, when you always every day you see on TV a shooting happening, you always hearing about a mass situation happening in masses, your brain forgets that it's real. Or if it happens every day, it's like in the back of your head to this child. He probably was like, when he said what he said to that child, other child, he probably thought like, man, well, this happens every day. Grown folks do it all the time. What's the big deal? That's why you gotta be a better example. It's so weird, because I thought they were gonna say that the granddaddy had an issue with this man or something like that, or the man did something to the child. I'm always assuming, but I always assume with kids, reason kids react the way they react, I always assume it's because the adult did something first. That's how I always feel about it. Because the person who needs to be in trouble is the person that is the adult, not the child, because children don't quite understand. And to be honest with you, you don't get a full-fledged understanding until you're 25. That's when your frontal lobes are developed. And once you get a full understanding of what you did, you're like, oh my God. So yeah, he definitely needs to be under psychological evaluation, and he definitely needs to be under some kind of form of, he needs to be limited to what he can do and where he can go and how he can go and how he can do things. Because this sounds like an origin story. This sounds like the Michael Myers origin story. This guy's life got taken, and he don't even know why. And the truth of the matter is, his life got taken for no reason. And my heart goes out to Brandon Raspberry's family. I feel bad for them. Like, can you imagine the person that takes the life of your family member cannot be like prosecuted just because they're a child and they don't quite understand and they can't grasp or understand or comprehend specifically what they did? That's crazy. I know I'm gonna be talking about children, but after I get finished talking about children, I'm gonna talk about this man who emulated himself. Let's talk about this fool right here. I don't know what the hell is going on with. I don't know how you gonna say your children are products of sin when you were married to your son's mother, and you said they're product of sin, but that does not mean a child is of sin. So I'm trying to figure out why he's condemning his children. But I want you to hear what this Gemini fool is saying. I really think he's trolling us. I really do. I'm an honest believer that Brian McKnight is trolling his children. He's trolling his children or he's trolling us. Because Geminis love troll.
So lastly this week, I want to big up my man right here. See, he gets it. In order to live a life that you love, you have to get rid of the evil and the negativity, even if that evil and negativity is related. We want everyone to live a life that you love. Our hashtag, that's what it means. Hashtag I love our life. But in order to do that, you have to get rid of all that evil and negativity. There's so many angry and upset and negative people out there. We want to use our platform as a place of positivity, a positivity platform. So hopefully, I mean, who knows, next week, maybe I'll only respond to positive comments. We'll see. We'll see you next week.
First of all, he's still damn fine. That's why you can't sit up there and be having kids with men who fine. Brian McKnight's still fine as hell, but he crazy. This is a good debate because y'all love to throw your parents away when they wrong. And y'all do. There's a whole debate. There's a whole section on the internet talking about some throwing away your parents or learning to stop being around toxic people or toxic parents. So you can throw the sperm and the egg away. Why the hell would it not be okay to throw the egg away? But the question is, the egg is a product of the sperm and the egg, right? The offspring is a product of the sperm and the egg. So why you want to throw the... Something's wrong with him. I don't know what his problem is, but Brian, you look good. And my thing is, his children have not acted in a negative way, really. They have not acted in a negative way or nothing like that. So let's see what his ex-wife had to say. This is crazy. It makes you scared to have kids with sexy people. Especially sexy ass Geminis. Y'all gotta be careful with them Geminis who's sexy.
You know how I strive to live within a space of positivity. I try daily to make a conscious effort to remain in that space, because outside of that isn't a happy place to be. Physically, mentally, spiritually, it's better for me to be in a space where I make sure that the joy is what's around me, because I have so much to be thankful for, so many things that I'm grateful for. And I know the way the devil works. And I know that in those times where blessings are bountiful, he likes to creep in. And he likes to use things that he feels will touch parts of you to bring you out of a space where your energy is brought to a lower vibration, lower level, because then you're no longer able to continue on a path where you are okay. That day and that time and that moment and in those seconds, it will and has been and will forever be in reference to my children. As I'm sure most mamas are, as I'm sure most daddies are. And at some point, it's just enough. It's just enough. And it has to be clear that, and hopefully it can help some other folk who might be dealing with situations where there's a constant gnaw of ridiculousness that's trying to get its way, almost like a rat that knows there's food on the other side that will nourish every part of them because they're not getting it. And with this situation, it's attention. So that rat just keeps digging and it keeps digging and it chews through wires and it chews through holes in any way it can find an end to hopefully get into your space, snatch everything so you can go running through the house and try to hit it with a broom. That's what their intent is. I want you, just as I daily am trying my best to do, is to find those spaces where you don't allow that into your space. And I know there's some that's going to say, well, you're addressing it now. Why? Because he said something about you. The things that have been said about me, you would not believe. The things that could be said. The point of it is nothing. I don't want to draw attention to anything. And if I ever do, it is only to help if there's someone who's in a situation who feels like they're being just pushed, prodded, probed. This is that type of situation where everything, of course, in me wants to run amok through every street in this city and that city and the other city, and that would do what? The point at the end of every negative situation, whether it's an illness, whether it's a fool that you have to deal with because they keep entering your life when you are no longer giving any more energy to it. It's to only keep you down to where they thought they had you because they knew that they were the author of an extremely abusive situation, emotionally, mentally. And they're no good at not being the center of that attention anymore. So when everybody pulls that away, it's like a kid who throws a tantrum. I'm going to do more. I'm going to raise up. My voice is going to get louder until I end up on the ground kicking and screaming. And then I'm going to show you that, I got you. No. You continue to stay in that space that keeps you cool. And I'm telling you this from experience because this is a time where I do understand that things can hit here. And at this point, on a day like today, it's here. So it's beneficial to kind of bring it in a space that makes sense again. I am so proud to have raised these men. I am so proud to have raised these men that God allowed me, knowing that I wouldn't get everything right. But he allowed me to raise them, and he allowed us to be in a space where, yes, I did have the helms to raise them predominantly on my own, with the help of my family, with the help of my friends, with the help of my community. I'm so glad we had that tribe. And I want others to feel that. And that's what we're here to do. We're not here to gossip.
Sorry.
We're not here to keep things rolling and keep things a mess. We're not. And that has been made clear by the fact that you just really haven't heard much, have you? And that's okay. My life and the life I want all of us to be welcomed in, and a life I want all of us to share, is as simple for me as sitting in front of my rose bushes, going in the house, eat a piece of salmon and some broccoli. You know how I
Shout out to Julie for telling you guys how to deal with a petty ass Gemini. Because I've been trying to figure out how to deal with that kind of personality. Honey, I'm telling you, these social media influencers are passing away like flies, and I don't like it. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Because she just tell you how you deal with the Gemini. Just in case you guys don't know, I was supposed to be doing business. He was supposed to be my manager, and he was a Gemini. And I was trying to figure out what's the best thing I can do. Because I got petty again. The only reason I was petty is because it was that time of the month. I'm only petty when my period is on. I don't really play petty games, and I don't fuss with nobody. I don't fight with nobody. I don't have to do the tick for tat, nothing. That's just not the kind of sister I am. But when I'm on my period and I get in my feelings, I start doing it. And the real truth of the matter is I was really frustrated about work, something dealing with work. I love my job, don't get it twisted, but it's something that had to do with work and me doing events. And it was not just me, it was other people. And I had a friend at work. She told me how to combat that. So now I'm working on that. Anyway, it's just she's right. You can't pay that no attention. And for some reason, I feel like he's unhappy. That's why he's acting the way he's acting. That's why he's doing what he's doing. He's really genuinely a very unhappy man. I don't know why he's so unhappy, but he's unhappy. But shout out to Miss Julie, honey. You have shown how to handle this and how to be unbothered. And God bless you, God keep you. And I'm happy that the birth of those two sons was something that you proud that you did, regardless of what the father is doing. The fact that you want to sit up here and pretend like that didn't happen, that tells me right there you still got feelings for Miss Julie, sir. You're not in love with that bitch that you with. You ain't in love with her. You still got feelings for Miss Julie. Miss Julie is the one that got away. And that's why you feel the need to be petty towards your kids and petty towards your ex-wife. And she's like, honey, been there, done that, don't want it no more. Okay. I want y'all to see this. Missing 14-year-old twins tell the police to mind their business after they were found in a hotel with 30-year-old men.
Right here. Come here. We're talking. You go with him. You can go with the car. You go to the front desk.
Police officer body cam video.
I know who you guys are. I know who you guys are. Okay? And I know who's looking for you. Okay? And we're going to have to solve that tonight.
Identified as the 14-year-old twins missing from Detroit for more than a month. Runaways. Discovered alive and well in a hotel room at the Comfort Inn off I-94 near Oakwood.
What's going on? Why'd you run?
Don't worry about it. It's none of your business.
Okay. All right. That's fine.
Police initially showed up at the hotel on a call of a stolen debit card being used to pay for the room the girls just happened to be in. The stolen card number belonged to a teenager from Nebraska who got an alert text from her bank. She immediately told her mother, who then called the hotel and the Allen Park police.
I didn't know that it was bigger than what it is until yesterday, and it was quite the shock, to say the least.
Another bizarre twist, one of the officers on the scene just happened to recognize the missing twins because he had dealt with them before.
What's the other question?
If runaways don't want to go home, like what would they do about it? Yeah, what would they be able to do about it? Put us in foster care, or
You'd have to go home first and then get all that figured out.
The girls telling police they didn't know the man they were with, that he just got them the room so they had somewhere to stay. As far as the stolen credit card number goes,
he's telling me now that his brother sent him that card number and he didn't know that it was a stolen number.
Marcus Peoples charged with fraud, using a stolen credit card, and harboring missing juveniles.
It's right here. Come here. We're talking.
Y'all don't get enough of being fast. Y'all don't get enough of being fast. And it's like, thank God that girl's credit card triggered this. And thank God it didn't get this far. It didn't get to the point to where this man actually did something to them. Because he bought the room for them to do something with them, and he was probably going to trick them off. He was going to traffic them. I know how it is. I thank God that my wishes as a teenage girl did not happen, because Lord knows I love me a grown-ass man when I was young. And I thank God I was there. I thank God for the circle of prayer warriors I had around me to keep stuff like this from happening. Because I'm 33 years old right now, and I will tell you that being corrupted by a grown-ass man is just not the way to go. You think you want something like this, but you really don't. That's a grown-ass man. That's a man with experience, and you need to question why he's not with someone his age, and he's messing with you. This man bought a hotel room for these two girls, and these girls did not know that they were in the biggest danger of their life. They all some, I'm mad at my mom and I'm mad at my daddy. And I bet you they mad at their mom and their daddy because their mom and their daddy took away their cell phones, took away their computers. They just tired. They're just mad because their parents are. So these little badass kids, that's what they are, badass little girls, made a decision to run away and got a grown man to buy them a hotel room. And he was probably going to send them to God knows where. This is all because of a credit card alert on another teenage girl's credit card. Ain't that something? Oh, crap. I didn't mean to do that. That's crazy. That's crazy. And honey, I'm here to tell you, he don't love you. He just want to abuse you and use you. And you should think it's weird that a grown man would want to even talk to you at that age. Let me continue talking. I gotta share the screen again. I'm gonna get rid of some of this in a minute. Okay, present it. I don't know what's going on with the sensitivity to my laptop. It could, I don't know. I haven't dropped my laptop on the floor, nothing. I haven't thrown it at anybody. Just the sensitivity. I think it's because I've been doing the touch, because my laptop is a touch screen as well. So I don't know what's going on. But oh, my computer's saying it's high CPU usage. So maybe that's what it is. I saw this right here. Once again, this is, an adolescent. Unfortunately, this is her case. This is from 11 Alive News Atlanta, and it says a 13-year-old girl reported missing in South Georgia over the weekend was found deceased in a pond. The Sumter County Sheriff Office said Sunday the sheriff office had posted a missing notice for Letitia Green, who had last been seen around 3 p.m. on Saturday. Authorities said they have found her bike about a half a mile from her home. An update, Sheriff Eric D. Bryant's office posted on Facebook to unfortunately announce that the child was found deceased in the pond. Can somebody tell those 14-year-old twins, show them this? What could have specifically happened to them? And this is not fear mongering. You need to move more smart out here, because you got some gross person who don't see you as a child that you are. When somebody see you as a child and treat you like a child, you don't need to be mad about that. You try to figure out why a grown man thinks it's okay to treat you like you grown. And you only 12, 13, 14 years old. I just don't understand the mind of grown folks. I really don't. Our job is to protect the children. And it's like these days we don't have a village. Growing up, there was a village around me. If something was not right or something was going on at where I was at, grounded, I'll probably be condemned more than the person who was doing it to me, because I know how people are to me. It's always, you're asking for something. No, I'm not. Y'all over here acting like I bought double D's. I just so happen to have double D's. But and the village was around me, because I'm from a small town, they would have told people about how somebody treated me, so how somebody did something, how I'm a nice girl, how I'm a good girl, how I did what I was supposed to do. I was bad. I was bad. If I was good, I was good. And I hated it because they were nosy. And it just seemed like these days, these kids don't have a village around them. This was the conclusion I was going to make, actually. Was that it just feels like there's no village around these kids protecting kids no more. There's nobody next door telling on you and telling your business and whatever. It's like, mind your business. You had no business looking over here anyway. What's wrong with you? Y'all don't appreciate that village. I appreciate it because I had a village. Granted, half the time them damn motherfucking in my villages were very annoying. But you best believe nothing bad happened to me because people in my village was watching, looking out for me and taking care of me and taking care of my family because they knew my mom. Even though probably even knew my daddy. And this is just sad. It's sad that this child couldn't just simply just ride a bike like a child is supposed to. Because she wasn't doing nothing she wasn't supposed to. She wasn't running away. She wasn't mad because her cell phone or something was taken away. She was doing what a child is supposed to be able to do, which is ride your bike. And this happened. When they get more information and they get more information on this story, I will talk about it in further detail on my podcast. But my hearts and prayers goes out to Letitia Green's family. I hope you get the answers that you deserve. And I'm sorry for your loss. I really do I really feel really bad about this. This is awful. This baby was riding on a bike. Which is crazy. I brought this up because this is somebody brought this up, that April is Child Abuse Awareness Month. So that's why I want to talk about children. Because April is Child Abuse Awareness Month. Let me see. I can find some more stories and some more cases. I told y'all I don't like guns because they just automatically go off. You can't control a gun. The gun just pops off. You don't know when, where, why, what to do. Okay? And the mom didn't mean to. She really didn't mean to. So in this case, the mother, she was rummaging through her purse and her weapon accidentally went off. And it took her daughter's life. Now, this clearly is not child abuse. I'm just saying, this is Child Abuse Awareness Month. This is clearly not child abuse. This is not being responsible and having the safety on. Okay. She didn't have her safety on. I can't imagine living with that kind of guilt. And that's why I said I don't like guns. Guns can malfunction. It could have been simply a malfunction, to be kind of honest with you. You can't really control things like that. It's crazy. Okay. Oh, so I think, is this the case or is this, no, okay. It's just right here. I'm just gonna leave it right here. I'm gonna say, okay, I'll say this, okay. Things you can, the only thing, like if my kid want to wear a dress, you can wear a dress, okay. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. But to make permanent life decisions, like to reassign their gender, to take do the surgery and to remove certain reproductive parts, not knowing if it's going to be successful or not, that is when you go too far. I understand like kids and them wanting to be different, or they go through a different phase. But it's not okay it's not okay to make permanent decisions that you can't fix. Because once you clean slate or once you build a pole, there's nothing you can do about that. The nerves are done, the nerves are damaged, and they're cut and reshaped. So I'm one of those people, you want to wear a dress, you want to wear a dress. You want to wear eyelashes, you wear eyelashes. You put some lip gloss on, put some lipstick on. You want to wear a colorful wig, I'm cool with that. You want to wear a skirt, you want to wear a dress, but I am not okay with making a permanent decision that you may change your mind about 2 weeks later. Because kids change their mind. They showed that on The Simpsons with Lisa Simpson. Lisa Simpson always wants to do something, and then she all of a sudden don't want to do it no more. And I remember Marge eventually snapped at her and told her about that. She was like, you always want to get yourself into something and you want people to pay for whatever it is you want to do. But long story short, it's costing you. It's costing you a lot. And to get those gender reassignment surgeries are expensive. $70K. So before you make an extremely expensive decision, just do it with the clothes. But before you make a decision that could damage something that you don't want to damage, I suggest y'all making kids make decisions that they're not ready for. They're not ready for that. Like I said, I don't have a problem with the clothes. Clothes you can take off. But you can't bring your penis back once you get rid of it. And once you get rid of all the things that make a vagina or a female's reproductive system, a female reproductive system, that's it. So yeah. You may not see college students as college kids, but what they over on? You may not see college kids as college kids, but I want to talk about this real quick.
and stripped of their entire board of trustees. It is the only public black college in the state. They are being made an example of what happens when we take our reparations. So let's talk about it. There's Tennessee State University, a black college, and then there's the University of Tennessee, a white college. And both of them are the only public universities in the state. But while the white college was founded in 1794, they didn't enroll their first black student until 1961. Because for most of Tennessee's history, there was no public university blacks could attend, the state legislature founded what would become Tennessee State University in 1912. Well, just like in every state across the South, the public black university was funded far less than the public white university. That's why even before Tennessee State University was founded, the federal government had already intervened and passed the 1890 Land Grant Act. And the purpose of this act was to force states to fund black colleges appropriately by matching federal funds. But guess what? Every southern state has been out of compliance and has underfunded black colleges. You better put on your seatbelts. Because State Representative Harold Love determined that Tennessee State University had been underfunded by $544 million between 1987 and 2020. We ain't even going back to 1912. Then the federal government put out a report saying, actually, y'all were underfunded by $2.1 billion.
Oh.
White people got nervous. So in 2022, the state legislature dished out $250 million and had to go towards the school's infrastructure. It seemed like a good start, but when you take something from your oppressor, it always comes with strings attached.
Always.
Less than 2 years later, that same state legislature is now saying that Tennessee State University doesn't have the capacity, the know-how, the will to manage their money. And because it is a public university, the state has the power to remove their entire board of trustees. In other words, white politicians are taking over a black college. Yeah, the South was sending a signal to us. They said if you even take a fraction of what is owed to you, it will come with a cost. Tennessee State.
Let me tell y'all, talk a little bit about Tennessee State. Because Tennessee State has been in headlines more than once. And not just because of the funding and something like that. It has been in headlines because it has been a scapegoat of Deion Sanders and Master P. Yes, I'm gonna call them out because you're people who so-called have large amount of money, and the first thing you did with Tennessee State when you were given a job offer at Tennessee State was you complain about them being underfunded and not having what they have, saying that their office and the desk that they have for the coaching staff was awful, and Master P used Tennessee State to get the attention of bigger colleges, of PWIs. And don't act like nobody know. We all know, sweetie, okay? Y'all use Tennessee State. And it's crazy because they said, they don't have the athletic program. They don't have the right stuff for me to do what I need to do. But the thing is, because of how you are with the connections that you have and the people that you know that have money, couldn't you help build up TSU instead of TSU depending on the government? It will make more sense because now TSU is solely dependent on the government, and the government is removing the board of trustees and making it government officials who are over the board of trustees now. Just because you ask for funding as an HBCU. This is why I say I don't want reparation, because I'm pretty sure they're going to ask for it back in taxes. I make my own reparation back. Okay? I take care of my own family. Thank you. Let me pay my taxes. I just paid my taxes. Thank you. Even though it's a public school, they can't financially ask for the same thing as everybody else because they end up asking for it back. Crazy. I don't think I have anything. Everything else is Diddy. All right, let's get to conspiracy theories. Did you hear what this guy had to say about Diddy and why Diddy won't be seen as guilty?
I don't think they have anything. You know, if they have something on a guy like that, they try to get him.
That's the thing.
But he's clever.
Oh,
he's playing many levels. He's like one of those dudes. You ever see a chess tournament where a guy walks in and there's 10 different players and he just walks and goes to each move and goes to the next board and makes a move, goes to the next board, makes a move, then he beats everybody. Yeah.
So where
I don't think they have anything. You know, if they have something on a guy like that, they try to get him.
That's the thing.
But he's clever.
Oh,
he's.
So Joe Rogan is saying that the government really don't have anything on Diddy. The government don't have nothing on Diddy. The government does have something on Diddy. They do have something on him. Trust and believe. You know, I do believe he did some weird ass freak off parties. But I think Diddy got more on the government than the government got on him. And they're trying to figure out how to keep him from saying anything. That's my theory. Jared, right talking.
I swear,
so yeah,
man, this game never ceases to amaze me. So this young lady, Miss Jaguar Wright, if you guys are not familiar, she's
young lady. Okay, men just always find a way to disrespect women. That's cool.
Just dropped some more bombs on us. You hear me? So she was talking about how Snoop potentially, and all of this is allegedly, how Snoop and Puff been secretly moving people out the way for years. So it seems like the Puff and Snoop relationship runs much deeper than we all think, or so that we all thought. Honestly, these accusations that Jaguar Wright is making right now blows my mind, but it also makes me think. Yeah, check it out.
I never wanted to believe it. You hear whispers throughout the years and you think that people are, and Snoop and I have always had a decent rapport. But Snoop got some answering to do. Because if you were capable of doing what they're saying that you did to Tupac, why the f would we believe that you were capable of doing it to Nick? Because he was about to eclipse you. Dang. All of your fucking secret meetings with Diddy, and y'all fucking knew that they put Lauren on him. See, I know Lauren London. Lauren London used to sing backgrounds for me back in the day. You didn't know that, did you?
Hell no, I didn't know that.
Lauren London used to be one of my background singers. She fell in love.
I swear, man, this game never ceases to amaze me.
Bro, wait a minute. Did she say that they used Lauren London to get Nipsey Hussle? Girl. say this, okay? I know a lot of people have been listening to Jaguar Wright, but I want to say this before I go deep into what Jaguar Wright has to say, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find several different clips of Jaguar Wright making accusations about what specifically is going on. She's been talking about Jay-Z and Diddy this whole time. Okay. So I'm going to be honest with you and say this. With Jaguar Wright, you guys have to understand also she's coming from, when it comes to her specifically talking about Jay-Z, you have to take it with a grain of salt, because she will have you, first of all, when you listen to Jaguar Wright talk before, when she's sitting up there talking, and she just like Tokyo Tony, the first thing they'll do is boost their own ego. Okay? When somebody's telling you a story and they boost their own ego while they're telling you a story, they're still in the mindset of, I'm supposed to be a star. I feel like Jaguar Wright, and I think I'm not the only one that has made this conclusion. I think she is in love with Jay-Z. Okay? She's going to always hate Beyonce. Beyonce will sit there and give Jaguar Wright $1 million in a mansion, and she'll still somehow demonize Beyonce. But to hear her say stuff about Diddy, because her video, the video she made about Uptown Records, about everybody on Uptown Records being offed, and the only two survivors of Uptown Records are Albie Shore and Diddy. That's true. But I can't ignore that you had to throw out there that Lauren London was one of your backup singers. Because like I said, she's always going to do something to boost her own ego. But she's alleging that Snoop and Diddy used Lauren London to off Nipsey Hussle. That's what her allegations are. So I'm gonna take about this, and people are like, well, I never seen Snoop Dogg and Diddy work together. Yes, you have. After this happened, if you're not a 90s baby or 80s baby, 70s baby, the whole generation is freaking Xers. This is the Xers drama. Y'all remember, after Tupac and Biggie lives were taken, it was Diddy and Snoop that came together to end the East Coast, West Coast beef. So for people to sit here and say, yeah, I don't remember seeing them together, I don't see them together, blah, 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 blah. The two who ended the rivalry between the East Coast and the West Coast were Snoop and Diddy. But the messed up part about that is they could have ended it a long time ago, but they decided to use the passing of Tupac and Biggie to finally end it. So people say it's shocking. It's not shocking to me that Snoop and Diddy are working together. It's not. But the allegations about they used Lauren London to get rid of Nipsey because Nipsey would have eclipsed Snoop Dogg for being the GOAT of LA. Wow. Wow. Let me see. So, Ari O'Day has something to say about Donald Trump Jr. Okay? You know, Donald Trump Jr. was messing with Aubrey O'Day. And Donald Trump Jr. decided to tell his story about going to a Diddy's party. Okay? So this is what Aubrey O'Day had to say. She said, just to be clear, my long-term ex, Donald Trump Jr., went on academics to discuss my ex-boss Diddy and the conspiracy behind Kim Porter's passing. I keep telling you all, I am in the center of really knowing all the information and always have been. I'm about to Aubrey O'Day the shit out of everyone playing games right now. Y'all think this Kendrick and Drake shit is cute? Just wait, because the expose hasn't even started. The expose hasn't even started. That's what she said. I've been wondering where Aubrey O'Day began her money from. I'm like, you got to the point to where you were Donald Trump Jr. ex-girlfriend, honey. I want to know that whole story. Because I don't think Donald Trump Jr. should be throwing stones living in the last house. Don't be sitting there and say, well, I went to a party and I was shocked. Sir, your dad is on trial. But Aubrey, if you need to, we'll find a place somewhere nobody can find us. And I want to hear what you have to say. Granted, I feel like you're full of shit too. Because you weren't just duly dallying with Donald Trump Jr. Okay. Tell the truth about how you got the Donald Trump Jr. connection. Okay. Because that's the thing right there. It's like everybody wants to expose people, but they don't want to expose the fact that, you know, you were at the party too. One of the things you said this on Wendy Williams show, honey. You said this on the Wendy Williams show. I'm one of Puff's babies. This is before you exposed Puff. You were on the Wendy Williams show, like, I want to Puff's baby. And Wendy Williams got you right back and said, he don't claim you. Man, I wish Wendy Williams was in the right mind. Oh man, I really wish Wendy Williams is the one that I believe she has. She had the Pandora box of what was going on in the entertainment industry. Because everybody exposing everybody, but I don't think everybody is innocent as they claim to be. But so-and-so did this to me. Like, I saw this video yesterday on YouTube where this lady said she was at a Diddy party and she saw some weird stuff going on. And in the back of my head, I was thinking to myself, why were you there? Why were you at a Diddy party? I didn't know his parties were like that, you know, when I was younger. Now that I'm grown, I see. But if you grown and you know some things, why were you there? I recently went to a party and I was very aware of what kind of party it was. Even though recent was 2 months ago. I was very aware of where I was going. I would never expose to you who was there. I would never expose to you what they were doing because I feel like I'm very aware of why I was there. And I was there as a consenting adult. And there's a lot of consenting adults walking around here playing victim. But Aubrey, I do want to hear what you have to say. You need to hurry up and expose it before they shut your ass up. Because they will shut you up. I want y'all to watch this. This was interesting when I saw it.
Morbid Facts, Part 206. Just last year, Wendy Williams was diagnosed with aphasia and frontotemporal dementia as her devastating condition has been going viral online. While her son says it's the result of long-term alcohol abuse, others point to the time Wendy did something very peculiar on her show in 2014. Wendy said she would eat crow if Kanye and Kim's marriage lasted longer than 72 days, which it did. While that's normally just a saying, Wendy actually had a chef prepare some crow for her to eat.
My mouth is watering over this.
In many religions such as Hinduism, crows are said to be the messengers of our ancestors, and that they can cross the divide between the physical and spiritual worlds. For this reason, eating a crow is believed to be a bad omen that results in the consumer being cursed. Many say eating the crow was the turning point of Wendy's career and the start of her ailing health problems. Morbid Fact.
I never thought about it because everybody's talking about something else and people don't understand it is spiritual. You can't eat certain things. You wonder why certain religions don't eat certain things. It's because because of what they believe. You know, you have religions who don't believe in eating shrimp because shrimp are scavengers and they eat whatever falls at the bottom of the ocean, including poop. But some of y'all eat ass anyway. So, I mean, you eating shrimp ain't no different from you eating ass. It's the same. Something else is people don't eat pork because pork because pigs eat slop. They eat trash. Once again, that's an animal, that's a scavenger, and they're considered to be unclean, and it's not good for you to consume them because they're bad for your spirit. So to hear that they said in Hinduism, you're not supposed to eat crow, and Wendy Williams eats crow, and all of a sudden she starts to have this drastic health change that happens to her. And eating crow is a bad omen. Like, you're supposed to just say you eat crow. You're not supposed to actually eat crow. That says a lot. This says a lot. And I do believe that it is a spiritual attack on Wendy. Because I just told you, she knows stuff that she has no business knowing. And they want to keep her from saying it. Watch this. This is about Corey Gamble. Because I posted something where they are connecting Kris Jenner to the whole Diddy thing now. So watch this. This is Corey Gamble. I don't know why anybody would think that Corey Gamble was a straight man, but okay. Cool. Whatever. Whatever floats your boat. If he's a straight man, he's a straight man. I'm not questioning it. So this is I want to say a blind item. This is a story. And it says it's from Stop Balenciaga Now. Okay. It says something isn't adding up. Remember, media can plant things to lead you away from the truth. Corey Gamble used to date Atlanta X's star, Sheree Buchanan, for 3 years. And according to her, he was an opportunist who preyed on divorced women with money. He was extremely possessive and would follow her when she was out with her girlfriends. He used his connection with celebrities such as P. Diddy to move up into the inner circle to get close to certain women. And according to Sheree, when she ended things with him, he informed her that his next girl would be a rich, older white woman. I wonder who the hell that is. I wonder who that would be. A rich, older white woman. Would she have short black hair and be beautiful, and her daughters so happen to be very beautiful too as well? I'm just saying. And y'all sit here and be like, they ain't that pretty. Yes, they are. Before they all started touching their faces, they were very beautiful girls. Very beautiful. Okay, I want to get to 2 hours, and I'm going to start. I want to talk about this. And I'm going to talk about the deep meaning behind emulation. You know, I might want to do this tomorrow. You know what? Since it's Sunday, I'm going to keep it light. So with that being said, I'll come back Tuesday. I don't have to work till Thursday. I'm probably going to see if I can get some gigs in between there, like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I think I do have a gig on Saturday though. No, I don't have a gig on Saturday. So I'm gonna try to find something. I got something for Thursday. I need to find something for Friday and Saturday. Because I want to keep working. You know, I'm trying to get me a place to stay. I'm trying to find a place to stay. I'm trying to move. So I'll come back on Tuesday and I'll talk about this man emulating himself. I hope you guys enjoyed my live today. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay blessed, y'all stay prayed up. I think I want to do the whole Diddy thing. I want to talk about all the Diddy stuff and give my opinion on the Diddy stuff at the end of this month. So yeah, y'all have a beautiful Sunday afternoon. I hope y'all had fun at your brunch. Bye.